Just a little bit about Joe. Joe was my first brother. Yes, he was the first person I considered as a brother. He was an amazing person. Oh, sorry, an amazing man. He always considered himself as a man, not a boy. And that's the reason why most of the time whenever I used to see him, he used to say that, Mimi siezi kuja vitu za girls. Siezi kuja vitu za girls. Kwenye kutakuwa na boys niteni. So Joe was a fun person, a very fun person, and a very intelligent person, very intelligent. And the fact that he used to express his love, it's never the same way, but it was normally in his unique way. He was a very loving person, and I will always remember him for that. And I've never agreed with the fact that he's a Chelsea fan, but it's okay. I love him. I still love him. I loved him when we were kids, and I will love him forever. This was God's plan, and I'm sure we will meet him where he is, and I'm sure he's looking down on us while he's singing up there with the angels. Yes, thank you very much.
Asanteni sana, tuwapigie makofi. Hakika wema nazo fadhili zitani nitaka nyumbani mwa si zote za maisha yangu. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I know all of us have friends, and we can surely tell how they are feeling, okay? May God comfort you. I want now to call cousins. And I want to call Dan Mwadulo, who will represent all the cousins, and Tiffany Muraya. Cousins, kujeni. Hawa ni cousins wa Joe. They have grown. Kujeni, kuja Tiffany. Where is Dan? All right. Wapigieni makofi tafadhali wanapokuja. Na wanapokuja, I want to ask if we have any pastor, evangelist, apostle mwenye pia maybe anaweza kuwa amekaa that side. Do we have any pastor? Terence kaa vizuri, wewe ni mshirika. Any pastor, any evangelist? Okay, any upcoming?
This is the day that some of us hatukuwa tunataka ifike. My name is Daniel Mwadulo, and on behalf of the Mwadulo family, which is the Taita side and the Kikuyu side, with a heavy heart, nataka kusema pole. I can't see Mama Joe. Nataka kusema pole. Tumepoteza our champion. This guy, Joe, was a legend. From the memories, tributes nasikia kutoka kwenyu, this guy was really something. Oh, and sorry, my tribute, I wrote it, it's in the book, but I have something different to say. I know death is strong. Sijui niseme aje. Okay. People die, animals die, plants do die, even the soul reapers die. But as long as we live, in the end, we'll meet our end. But hiyo ni kenye Mungu amepanga. And as we live, I'd like to tell you all, treasure your life, treasure who you're living with. mwenye uko naye, respect them. Live with them in kindness and in love, and all will be well. Thank you all. May God bless you all.
Thank you. Tumpige makofi tafadhali.
Hi. Okay, I'm representing the mother side. Honestly, I didn't think I would be here celebrating my cousin's funeral. It's hard. It's been hard for all of us. We're all here to celebrate Joe. And I want to first thank all of you for being here. We all know how much Joe loved all of you and how all of you loved him. I already wrote my tribute, but I just have something to say. Okay, I came to know Joe mostly 2021, Christmas. We went to Naivasha, if I'm not wrong. That was the first time we came, like, were so many, a lot of cousins, nini. So bringing the PlayStation, we're just playing, bonding, like just as cousins. But after that Christmas, we didn't talk. I came to know Joe Juicy, 2022. No, the time I just asked him, like, give me your number so we can talk, because we're cousins. We need to like keep information and keep meeting up to get to know each other more. I didn't get time to know Joe like most people here know him. We were just on chapter 1 of our story. Most of you know Joe. Yes, I know him. I know he's a basketball player. I know he loves sports, games, but I didn't get to know just another side of him that other people know him as. He would lighten up my mood every time. Joe was that one person I could call when I feel lonely, when I just feel like I just need someone to talk to. And also I would call him maybe just to play Fortnite and have fun. I do that like with most of the cousins, but Joe would always be there. Hata angenyang'anya Jeremy PS ndo tucheze. Like that's how we were bonding. When I came to learn the news, I was in denial. I didn't believe it, honestly, up to now. Even though I've gone to that place, seen him, I still don't believe that he's left us. But even though he's gone, he left a legacy. Joe was a very nice person, good person. He was brave, he was strong. And I just want all of us to remember him that way. I haven't gotten the chance to mourn Joe because I don't believe that funerals are about mourning, but just to remember how he was. Even though we're left with memories, we're left with good memories. I don't think anyone here knows Joe as a bad person, selfish. I don't think so. So even though we're here, please just don't cry. Just remember him for who he was and how he was. Thank you.
Thank you, Tiffany. Thank you so much. Thank you. I want to call Ann Cause. Tuena Ann Kore to Daniel Gashanja and Isaac Kariuki. And when Sami Muraya was introducing the family, Ann Kokaris haukua simama. Salimia watu, pungie mkono watu hivyo, wanaitwa Ann Kokaris. Thank you so much, Ann Ko. Daniel Gashanja and Isaac Kariuki, on behalf of all the Ankos. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I am Daniel Kaduki Gashanja. I'm Joe's uncle. So I'll lead my tribute. I know I have so many words to talk, but it's really painful for us because I'm very, very close to cousin Wangale. We are very, very close. And during the time when he was going to Form 1, Wangale called me and told me that she wanted me to accompany them to take Joe to school. So we left around 3 a.m. in the morning. And it's painful for me because we took Joe to school and I could not understand how now we are going to pick Joe back to Nairobi. So, let me lead my tribute. As I stand here today, it feels surreal that I'm tasked with painful honor of commemorating my nephew's life. His departure has left an irreplaceable void in our hearts. But in the midst of our sorrow, we gather here to celebrate his life, cherishing the memories, the moments we spent with him. Joe was not just my nephew, but an inspiration of how tirelessly we must work to achieve our dreams. He had a vitality that was contagious, a spirit that was indomitable. He embraced life with a zest and enthusiasm that was truly inspiring. I remember when he was just a little boy, he had insatiable curiosity about the world. It was a joy to watch him grow and evolve, learning, exploring, making a difference in his unique ways. He had a passion for planes and flying, and he had a dream of buying a Range Rover. He loved so much to do calculus and equations, which made me know that this guy will go far without anybody saying it. His passion for education was amazing, and he was an ideal child. He reminded me of his grandfather, Ben Gioshe, who went to the topmost university in East Africa, Makerere University, with green minds like Hon Michuki and also Mwai Kibaki. And they excelled. May he rest in internal peace. But beyond this, his interest and achievement, what really defined Joe's mwadulo was his character. He was a person of integrity, compassion, and warmth. He was an obedient to the mother and elders at large. I had many chances to interact with him when he visited home, and many times during the holidays when we met. He stood with his mother even in the face of adversity, and this was very admirable. Today, as we grapple with the profound loss, I take solace in the memories we have of us dropping him at Chavakali as we walk at 3 a.m. and joined with his mom, Kale, the sister Shiko, and the brother Simon Karaoke. We arrived at Chavakali at around 10:30 a.m. and we could not do anything but to make sure he was accepted. Through the lane, we moved from tent to tent to finish all the requirements of the school. When we were leaving at around 3 p.m., Joe came to me, and all he could do was to ask me whether I can assist in him getting a torch, which I did. The laughter we shared and the countless moments of joy he brought unto our lives was indeed precious. Our hearts ache with grief, but we must remember that Joe mwadulo would want us to remember with him with love and joy, not just sorrow. In the end, it's not the years in life that matter, but the life in the years, and Joe lived his years truly and fully, touching our lives, leaving us with beautiful memories that we'll cherish forever. I'd like to conclude with a quote that I believe Joe mwadulo would have appreciated. Life is a succession of lessons which must be lived to be understood. That's by Waldo Emerson. As we say our final goodbyes, let us remember him for his indomitable spirit, his joyous laughter, and the love he had for each one of us. Long live Dulo.
Long live Ludo. Long live Dulo. Sorry if my pronunciation is not coming out correctly, but we all can understand what a day it is today. And I want to echo or blessed to have our heroes who are Dulo's grandparents. And we are really grateful for what you've done for us, such that we are able to sort of try and emulate what you've done in your lives for us to be here and be talking as parents, as fathers, and as mothers. So thank you so much, our parents. Thank you so much, grandparents to Dulo. And these are our living heroes. And indeed, Dulo was actually following in the footsteps of our heroes. That's without a doubt. Is the reason it's written, is the reason everyone says that Dulo was a champion. It was almost destiny, and these are God's blessings. Joe was amazing. Dulo was something else. Right from when he was a kid, I've talked about his ability to light up a room. When he was a small boy, I remember how he used to interact with the rest of the kids. We used to try and come together as a family, and we have kids of various ages, and Dulo would be there engaging the kids. And it's so interesting, some of the words that were said by the ladies who are here. He would actually reach out to the younger ones, take care of them. And for me personally, it was a very touching moment, because one of the young kids would be my son. And I'd watch him, and I'd be, it's something else when you see that, and you experience that, especially as a parent. To see a young man who's so little is reaching out to all the kids and is actually showing empathy, kindness, that obviously is beyond his age. I mean, what he was doing when he was a little boy was already a testimony of the kind of man that Joe would be. Fast forward when he was a teenager, and he was something else. We became close because when we would meet as family, we would spend a bit of time outside the official function and have a bit of banter. I remember one of the functions, towards the tail end of the event, we had a moment where there was a football that was being used by the younger kids, and I picked it up and I casually teased him and my other young man by the name of Sean, who's seated with us. Sean, maybe you can stand and just say hi, because it's a special moment. I don't know if he's around. That's Sean, and you can see more or less Joe's age. And we started playing football, but I'm their uncle. But I tell you, it was one of the best moments. And what came out of it was fascinating, because we took that concept and we tried to create a family fun day that was based off events, sports events. And this actually materialized. We were able to pull off a family function that had nothing to do with a Rurasio, nothing to do with saying farewell, nothing to do with a wedding or someone being born. It was family coming together to enjoy the day, to bond, and to have sporting activities. And Joe was something else. He was something else when you are engaging him, conceptualizing these ideas, talking to him about which games, and engaging him on the field. He was passionate, relentless on the pitch. I made a choice to play against him, and I had a long day that day. He would take in anything I tried to dish out to him, and he would serve me 20 times more. His coach was talking about Joe's ability to take in very, like he was trying to describe, he would give instruction in a very strong manner, and Joe would be obedient and, acknowledge that. In similar fashion, if you try to put down Joe, especially in a competitive space, he'd be ready for you anytime. I'm sure so many of you who may have interacted may have sensed that competitiveness. Thank you. So, effortless, stylish, very mature, emotional intelligence. I'm sure the young ladies may have wanted to say it. Very handsome, and it's amazing. And farewell, amazing Joe. Long live Dulo. Thank you.
Thank you uncles, asanteni sana. Kwa wakati huu ningependa sisi wote tusimame tafadhali, najua tumeketi sana. Let us all be upstanding tafadhali.